Hi there, my co-teacher. Today we're going to focus on text structure and why it's important to teach text structure to our students. First of all, it helps students identify what the author's purpose is in writing the article, book, or passage. Secondly, it helps them anticipate what's to come as they focus on key concepts and relationships within the text. These two things help students monitor their reading and helps their reading comprehension. So where do we start when we're teaching text structure? I like to start with a graphic of a building and associate it to the word structure in text structure. I let students know that it is a way that the text is organized so that the reader better understands it. Just as a building or a structure is organized in a certain way when it is built, so is the text. Next, I like to introduce the 5 text structures: description, compare and contrast, problem and solution, cause and effect, and sequence. I like to show these anchor charts to my students and see if they notice any similarities. I'll start with the first pair and ask them, do they notice any similarity between these two? They might notice that it has similar colors, but they will probably notice that the graphic organizers look pretty similar. And that's because these 2 text structures are related. I tell my students that they can call them cousins, because this one gives you facts and information about one topic. This one will give you facts, usually about 2 topics, but they're giving you similarities and differences about those 2 topics. The next pair of text structures is problem and solution and cause and effect, which students usually get confused by. So I tell them that these 2 are cousins. Of course, you can see that the graphic organizers are very similar. In problem and solution, if you're reading the text and it gives you the problem and offers a solution to it, then it's going to be problem and solution. However, if you're reading a text and it seems like it's a problem, but it only gives you results or effects of what has happened, then it's going to be cause and effects because there was no solution offered. Sequence, as you can see, it's on its own. The graphic organizer is very different from the rest. It's usually a story that's told in chronological order, in time order, or sometimes it might show up as a recipe or steps on how to build something, instructions, that sort of thing. I like to provide my students with 2 different types of tools. The first one is an empty anchor chart that they can fill out during the lesson. It includes the definition for them already and a space for them to draw the graphic organizer, as well as make a list of the clue words for that text structure. I feel like it helps them internalize it better. And I also break these lessons down into 5 days. So I will go over 1 text structure each day so that by the end of the week, we've gone over all 5 and mastered each one. Another tool I like to provide them with, which you can grab for free at yourthriftycoteacher.com, just search up text structure in the search bar, is a building that's interactive. It includes the different pairs of text structures side by side, just as we introduced using the large anchor chart on our bulletin board. And inside it includes the definition as well as clue words for each one. I hope you found this video on teaching text structures useful. Remember to head on over to yourthriftycoteacher.com, where you can read about other various activities you can use in the classroom during centers or your reading block to help students master identifying text structures.